Welcome, guys, to the Stanley parable. It's a Stanley, you know. I don't know what that means.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, he sounds like a chill guy.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
What was the big building?
Number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Sick.
Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Good for you, man.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Well, that's a cool painting. Oh. Why do I need to crouch?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And... okay. Ooh, what does this lead to?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Shit. I don't know my left and right, so I'm gonna go this one. Oh, maybe I went the wrong way. Hold up. Oh, wait a minute. I'm fucking stupid. I thought, oh yeah, I know what my left and right is, so I thought this side was the...
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Using slides to assure the employees that everything was okay. You fuck, I was reading it. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. This is the part where I bring out my what's hot. Profits, 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 profits. Things, more money, things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs? Graphs about things plus money. We have our new product. Facts. Stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment. Stripes. Requires more secondary research. What to do? What do people want? Violeted James, you're fired. I don't know if that says happiness. I don't know. Well, let's go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't know my ups and downs. This might be fine. I mean, it's just a red light. What could possibly happen?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Repeating. No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too...
Huh? Everything went black. What the fuck?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What? Who is she?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Alright, round two.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
What
mean?
could that mean? Yep.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I'm gonna
Perhaps
speed
he had
run.
simply missed a memo.
I know how to press buttons. Can I open doors? No.
When Stanley came to a
I am going this
open,
door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, sorry, I'm not much of a... what'd you say? Alright, let's go to the food store.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yay! It's asking for my time again. I'll just go with that. Hang on, hang on. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Man. You're welcome, man. I'm just a nice guy overall. Thank you. Thank you. I'll make you a deal. Ooh. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just click your favorite time. Okay. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Oh, thank you, man. Oh, shit, I had a video of this. Oh, thank you, man. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. You're welcome, you're welcome. Okay, we already know this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I love new content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Oh, nice.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well,
Nice.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I am too.
So far, it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content,
finally.
Stanley.
Yeah, alright, man. I'm interested in this new... Bruh.
The jump circle?
It's intriguing new content. You can't jump. Oh no.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Oh, fucking great.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes.
Alright.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's
Finally.
see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
Yeah.
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reasons other than to make it and don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance...
Wait. I just checked. It actually does says there is a...
signed off on this. I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
What the
It's my
fuck,
fault,
man?
Stanley.
No,
I built up
no.
too much anticipation around the new content. I'm
No,
afraid.
it's not your
It could
fault,
never have lived
man.
up to such
I was the one that walked
If
in
you're
the
still
door.
with me,
No, you don't need to keep...
just
No.
reset the game, And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Yeah,
No
that sounds
frills,
great.
No gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Yeah.
What do you say, friend?